welcome. Brewmance, episode 4 or something. I've kind of lost track. Didn't really write a script for this. But I'm excited, really excited today for multiple reasons, which I'll now take you through. The main thing, beer we're making, is going to be so exciting and phenomenal. We're making a Belgian style golden ale, so it's beer. It's got mangoes in it, which are like one of my favorite fruits, and it's got Earl Grey tea in it, which is like one of my favorite teas. It's a triple threat. I can't believe it. I'm so excited. We're going to be joined by Aaron Spinney from Sawdust City, and he's going to be brewing with us today. It's his suggestion to use the tea, so I'm pretty stoked to have him on board. As always, my buddy Mark's going to be hanging out with us. We're using his system. The beautiful thing today is if you've been following along since episode 1, out of the garage. Look at this. This is out in nature. It's like 24 degrees, breezy. You know, the flowers are blooming, the wasps are harassing me. I can't think of a better place to be right now. Sunny afternoon. This is what homebrewing is all about right here. Get outside, have some beers, hang out with some friends.
Yeah, it's pretty basic, eh? Especially, it's just a low pressure gas too, right? So.
No, it's high.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh. Whatever.
The burners are like rock.
So what's our mash today, boys? Aaron?
Starting with grains?
Yes.
It's pretty much 90% wheat. I mean, sorry, 2-row pale ale, and about 9% wheat. I mean, yeah, and then 1% oats. I made this last week, so forget what it was.
Brewmance is all about no retakes.
I'm into that.
Hey, welcome, Brewmance. Mark Murphy, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Very good. Everything going well in your world?
Yep.
Busy.
Very busy.
Very busy. We've got our guest today. Going to pan up here. Aaron Spinney, ladies and gentlemen.
How's it going?
It is Spinney, not Spiny.
Yep.
2 N's, right?
2 N's, UI.
UI, yep. So tell me, who are you? Where are you from?
Well, I'm Aaron Spinney from Sawdust City Brewing Company.
Cool.
We're in Gravenhurst, but right now brewing out of Etobicoke.
Yep. And what's your brewing background? Like, where did you come from? What did you do?
Well, graduated with Mark last year in April from Niagara College.
Yep.
Worked at a handful of breweries before that, and actually just started at Sawdust about a month and a half ago now.
Cool. So you worked at breweries before you went into the program at Niagara?
No, it was before. It was after.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I was pretty green entering the program.
Yeah, most people were, but is that right?
Yeah, pretty much. Let's say there's a handful of, it's about half and half that home brewed. I think maybe only one, Andrew Bartle. He was the only one that worked at a brewery.
Yeah, he'd been in Amsterdam before, right?
Yeah. Other than that, learned it all from there, I guess.
Huh, cool.
Yeah.
Do you homebrew?
Yeah, I do now.
Is it homebrew? Like, do you actually brew like on the stove or whatever? Or?
Well, I made a little system from, what was it, like a 40,000 or like 20,000 IBU like turkey burner.
Oh yeah.
Pretty much. BTU. IBUs. It's a really bitter.
30,000 IBUs. Woo!
The flame is bitter, dude. Trust me.
There's actually more hops in that beer than there is malt.
Yeah. But lately, it's kind of hard to do home brews when you're working all the time.
Yeah.
But no, it's kind of relaxing, I think.
Cool.
Yeah.
Actually, it's funny. I just bent over to Mark, but what do we bring today? And we can move back to Aaron if you want.
Belgian Golden Ale.
Yep.
With some Earl Grey tea at the end of the boil and aged on mangoes.
Mm-hmm. Whose idea was the mangoes?
I think it was yours.
Ooh, mango beer.
It's
I
mango
like
season.
it. So now we're running off.
We are.
We vorlofted for 10 minutes.
Yep.
I didn't film that because it's kind of boring. Basically, this sort of questionably shaped item pours beer. We've talked about the tin before. That's like a diffuser plate. Yeah, it's not really beer yet, is it? It's wort.
Well, it's water. It's hot water
sweet.
coming across on top of the mash.
Isn't the vorloff the wort? You're just recirculating it?
We're not vorloffing it.
No.
I know we're not now.
Yes, you're right. The Vorloff is recirculating the wort through itself.
I was speaking in the past tense.
But now
this is water because now we're
adding water.
We're sparging.
Right. But now that you're adding water, it's no longer wort. it's considered sweet water. If you really want to get technical.
Have you ever had Sweetwater Brewery from Atlanta?
No.
I had it at the airport. It was good. Are we navigating the waters?
Yeah,
Yeah, are we headed in the right direction?
we are.
What's that?
It's a refractometer.
Is it a refractometer or a refractometer? Okay, what's it
Depends
for?
where you're from, but
Yeah.
it measures the sugar concentration in the water. So right now we're running off, and we're getting 15 Play-Doh. Yeah. So we're doing okay.
Cool.
And that's our runoff. So in the kettle right now, it'll be even higher.
Awesome. And so that's a device, a lot of homebrewers use that? Is that a...
No, I wouldn't say a lot of them do. It helps you spot check your sparge. It's not that cheap. I don't remember how much I paid, but
They're like 60 or 70 bucks. I think.
yeah. So it's a nice to have, but not absolutely necessary. Hydrometers are way cheaper. You measure it at the end though, so
And you use the hydrometer at the end sort of no matter what?
yeah.
All right. Cool.
You can use the refract until there's alcohol in it. The alcohol will actually give you a wrong answer, yeah.
This is the part of the show when we would normally taste the beer that we made. If you recall, if you're following along at home, last month we did a pale ale with Ian Vakustra from Amsterdam, and it was fermented with 100% Brettanomyces, which is like a wild bacteria. It's not really wild, it was cultured, but anyway. And Ian had warned us, he jinxed us is what I like to say. Sometimes it just doesn't work. Sometimes you put it in and nothing happens. That's basically what happened. Luckily, we were able to pick up some more from our friends at Bellwoods Brewery, who had a big old pot of it going. So we've repitched it. It is alive and working now, and it's fermenting. We're about halfway to where we want it to be in terms of the sugar fermenting out. So I've got a sample out of the fermenter right now. You can see it's very hazy. The color's great, though. And I'm going to give it a sniff. Huh. Still smells a bit young, but there's definitely a nice hop presence to it. And it smells pretty good. It's a bit tricky because without the carbonation yet, it doesn't quite hit you in the nose the same way, but I'm going to give it a try. Huh. It's quite fruity. It's really good. Really dry. That's really hoppy. That's good. Oh, I like that. This will be really neat when it comes out. Obviously, it's still pretty sweet. There's a lot of residual sugar in there still, but I think it's going to be really cool. So, okay, Belgian style golden ale.
Yep.
Pale malt, that's pretty normal. That's where we're going to get gold from.
Yeah, pretty much that color.
Okay, wheat, that's going to give us a little bit of like a fruity kind of deal or something?
Yeah, well, I guess, like with this beer, not really looking for too much of a haze or anything, but you're going to get a little bit of mouthfeel off that, and yeah, I mean, you're still getting sugars out of the wheat and the oats.
And that's malted wheat, right?
Yeah, that's malted wheat.
And then the oats, that's mouthfeel just?
Yeah, they're flaked oats, so you're not really you're still getting some sugars out of it, but it's going to be a little bit of head retention as well as thicker mouthfeel, bigger. But for this beer, I think we really wanted to showcase the tea and the mangoes, so, you know, the malt bill is just kind of a base to build off of.
What you doing?
Weighing out some hops.
What kind of hops?
These are Simcoe hops.
Simcoe.
So it's nice fruity character, but it has a little bit of a pine dankness to it.
Yep. And these are for what edition?
This is going to be the 20-minute, so a lot of aroma. The starting of the aroma hops, anyways.
Yeah, and we've already added some hops. What are we throwing?
Yeah, right at the beginning we added Simcoe as well. Start the bitter base, and we'll go build off that.
Simcoe can kind of go both ways, right?
Yeah, because it's got high alpha acid content, so you can get some nice bitterness, but also it's got a nice aroma coming off it.
Cool. All right, so we're going to talk a little bit about the style. This is a Belgian Golden. And I asked you earlier, I said, like, what's the difference between a Belgian Golden and a triple? And aside from alcohol.
I think mostly it's the yeast strain itself. Triples are a little higher in alcohol as well, anywhere between 8 and 10%. Goldens are a little more on the mild side, but similar characters and flavor. Looking at a lot of, banana and bubblegum esters on top of, say, a nice crisp, clean Belgian yeast character that you're always looking for.
Cool, and we're obviously adding mango and Earl Grey tea to it.
Yeah, that kind of goes with the crazy flair that we're throwing in. Thinking, the golden ale might be a nice neutral-esque style beer that you can really add tea or a fruity character to it.
Now I'm confused, Mark. I'm very confused because this is, of course, your homemade chiller.
Yep.
But it's not getting cold.
Nope.
It's at like 94 degrees Celsius. That's almost boiling.
Yeah, it's boiling. It's starting to get hot, actually.
And you're
But,
just running it back into the pot.
Yeah, so we got 5 minutes left in the brew.
Okay.
Before we're going to start whirlpooling. So I just recirculated through a heat exchanger. Get it over 80 degrees or 85 degrees. That means anything that was in there that was growing, which isn't much because I flush it afterwards, but I kill it that way. So get the temperature over 80, and I'll let it sit until we're ready to knock out.
Cool. Handy little tip. Get yourself your inline thingy hooked up. Sanitize it. Because, yeah, I mean, I know from cooking that everything in there is dead now. At least anything that you don't want.
Yep.
Cool. And we got 5 minutes to go in here.
Yep.
Let's take a look. It's looking murky.
Yeah, so the recirculation killed the pretty good boil, but it's still boiling.
Okay. So we're going to add the tea now. We finished the boil, which we've discussed. And we're going to whirlpool it, and this is the point we're going to add in the tea, which is more than enough time to sort of extract the flavors and get the aromatics out of it. We're using an Earl Grey tea. It came from Pippin's Tea Company on Queen Street. Lovely little tea shop. And you can see in my hand here, that's whole leaf tea, and those blue flowers are actually the blooms of the bergamot. Bergamot's an orange tree, I think, and we use the flowers in Earl Grey. You can also use the peel from the oranges themselves, but it adds that very distinctive Earl Grey aromatic. Here, smell it home, guys. Did you get that? Beautiful smell. I think it's going to work really, really well with the mango and with the Belgian spices and the bubblegum scent. It's going to be a really good thing. And yeah, we're going to have plenty left over, so I'm going to be drinking some nice tea tonight.
That's a lot of mango.
Yeah.
We're whirlpooling here now, right, Mark?
Yep.
Now, we actually didn't add the tea in the whirlpool, contrary to what I said, because I'm not a brewer. We're going to add it in the rest, which I like. I like to have tea when I have a rest, so why should I eat the beer? Did we put like a whirl flock in or anything?
No, we forgot that.
Yeah. So the idea here, just for everyone scoring the match at home, we're creating this whirlpool, literally, and all the gunk is going to settle out in the middle, right? The centrifugal force is going to push it in the center, and then we'll pour off the beer. And correct me if I'm wrong, I believe this was a technique that was pioneered by Moosehead Brewery on the East Coast. I think I just read that.
No idea.
Yeah, that they had the first commercial whirlpool.
Is it the story of the guy that was making tea, and he found that when he stirred the tea with a spoon, he noticed everything getting pulled down to the bottom?
I didn't read that part of the story, but I think I just read. I could be wrong, but I think it was that, yeah, Moosehead had the first commercial whirlpool in a brewing facility. Going through the chiller, watering the hops. So if we follow the long black hose back, and we suffer through a slight lighting adjustment, you guys have just got it going. Make some sort of like cheeseball reggae, we're chillin' kind of joke here, guys. Nobody? So what are we aiming for?
Normally 20. When we did this the last couple of months, the groundwater was a hell of a lot colder, probably.
Yep.
So right now we're not getting there, but we're definitely in the safe range.
Yep. What's sort of the upper working limit? When do the yeast die?
Well, it's not really. They definitely get stressed out, and
Do they need to take a break? Hey, why don't you guys take off early today and spend some time with the wife? So no, but what's the
Usually like 10 degrees plus minus is
yeah.
good.
I wouldn't really add it when it's hotter than 30.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they're just coming out of like hibernation,
Yeah.
and they need the perfect conditions to start growing and multiplying.
Right.
So if it's a little hotter, then they may not start up.
Or
You
like
would definitely
about,
kill them if it was boiling, but
Yeah.
30 is nowhere close, but it wouldn't be a good start.
You wanna pat them on the back and tell them they're doing good work here, guys.
Yeah.
Keep up the good work. All right, Mark. Got a good color on that, eh?
Yep. Yep.
It's a pretty golden ale.
Yep. So the starting gravity is 1.068, or approximately 17 Plato, I believe.
Okay.
Which we're thinking will yield about 7.7% alcohol.
Heady.
Heady, yes. And did we show this previous videos?
Pretty sure we have, but you might as well take the kids who are watching at home through it.
Well, now I'm oxygenating.
Yep.
It's pure oxygen. Some homebrewers will rely on splashing or
Shaken.
shaking, which would be more accurately called aerating,
Right.
because it's air and air isn't all pure oxygen. The yeast need the oxygen to grow and multiply and build strong cell walls and get through the long journey of creating alcohol. So that's why we're oxygenating.
And we've already decided we don't want to stress them out. We want to help them out as much as we can.
Exactly.
Have you considered maybe like a yeast benefits package? Like yeast dental and, maybe a couple $100 for yeast massage?
Yeah.
Whoa, it's foaming.
Yeah.
Looks like ice cream. No, not really. Is that it? That's all?
That's it. Only about 40 seconds or so.
Okay.
That's enough. If you're some homebrewers will use like a fish tank air stone and a pump.
Yep.
That you need to do much longer because it's not pure oxygen.
Right. And there's the old
Watercock.
watercock. Thanks for saying it. I didn't want to.
Someone had to.
It's our yeast from Toronto Brewing, Belgian Golden yeast. In fine summertime baseball references, we've just pitched it. Was that a strike? Do you think?
That would definitely a strike.
Yeah. Not a foul tip.
No,
Solid strike. Did he swing at it?
I don't know where you're going with this.